Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel At Home with Shell and to an Undecorate and Clean with me. There is nothing nicer than having all the Christmas decorations up, but to be honest, after Christmas I get that itching feeling to get them down and have a real good clean of the house, because I feel when they're up you just can't clean properly. So hopefully this video will give you some motivation to get all of yours down, get everything clean and away, because trust me, you will feel so much better once it's done. I got all of the boxes and storage out from the garage, as well as 4 new boxes that I bought, and needed to be able to start putting all of the decor away. I feel like this is going to be a long day. I'm going to start with the living room, as I have a feeling that this room will take the longest, as it has the biggest tree and the most decorations in it. So starting with the tree, I've got a little helper, Arabella, and I will actually be sad to see this go, as I just love how it's decorated and how warm and cosy the living room feels at Christmas. I feel the rest of the year it feels quite cold, but I am looking at redecorating in here. To be honest, I probably would have waited a few more days and maybe taken it down in the new year, but we're actually away over the new year for a couple of nights. I'm doing the voiceover from where we are at the moment, and then we're both straight back to work on the 2nd, so won't really have any time to get all of this done and get it out of the house. So all of the baubles are off the tree now, so I've just put the big ones in this box. I've got these bauble boxes, so I think this one was from Home Bargains, and then this one I got from Amazon. They're so handy for keeping your baubles nice and neat for the following year, and it just saves any breakages, which I've definitely suffered from in the past.
We are getting started on the picky bits on the Christmas tree, like the flowers and these little berries, but these are fake berries.
When I take the picks off, I try and keep all of the matching ones together and then place them into a storage box. Hello.
Hello.
Are you getting in all my boxes?
Yeah. Mummy was pushing me and I jumped out when Daddy came
I pushed you,
downstairs.
didn't I, along the hallway?
Yeah.
So that is the tree bare. I just need the lights to come off. I was going to get something from Amazon to wrap them around, but I'm just going with the trusted method of wrapping them round a rolled up magazine, because I always think this works fine. Nick had to help me with the ones at the top because I just couldn't reach. There was no way I could reach up there, as it's a 7-foot tree. I honestly absolutely love this tree. I got it from Balsam Hill probably about 4 years ago now, and I love it as much now as I did then. It's such good quality and looks stunning even naked. Although trying to put this down is honestly a full workout, as the branches are just so full, and again the flocking gets everywhere. tree is finally in its bag, ready to go away, and now I'm left with a floor full of flocking. I really do love how a flock tree looks, but the mess it creates afterwards is honestly so annoying. Although once you vacuum it, it is quite satisfying. I will vacuum again once the room is finished, but just needed to get rid of this flocking because it just gets everywhere and then I end up traipsing it all around the house. With the tree away, I could then move on to actually cleaning, as this has hardly been cleaned, this windowsill, because the tree was up and then it had cards in it, so it feels good to give it a really good kind of polish and clean and put this area back to normal. So I'm just putting the window seat back for now, but this will be going very soon, and actually went sofa shopping yesterday. So we're thinking of either a small love seat or maybe like an accent kind of spinning chair in this window. I feel like I'm starting to make some kind of progress in here now. So taking the boxes to the kitchen to get them out of the way. I then moved on to taking down the garland on the fireplace, which I had just wrapped some battery lights around and then added a couple of bows to. All of a sudden it's literally gone pitch black outside. I really enjoyed having this little kind of tree thing in the corner, and think when it's gone it will really feel like something is lacking in here, so need to think about putting something else there maybe. I also put some Christmassy cushions and throws out on the sofa over Christmas, so putting these away. And as I mentioned earlier, we are looking at getting a new sofa soon, but just can't decide between getting a corner sofa again or maybe like a 3 and a 2-seater. So what do you think? I'd be interested in knowing your thoughts. Please let me know in the comments down below. We are also thinking of getting a cream sofa, but don't want to regret it and it end up looking, you know, kind of manky after like a year or so. So I'd actually done quite a big clear up after Christmas Day, as we were hosting 14 people, which went surprisingly well, but the house was a state afterwards, so I just needed a quick clean of the table and changed out a couple of bits, and that was done. This little village needed putting away. I love this little village setup that we had. It was so cute, but well overdue a clean, as hadn't been cleaned properly since it went up. I need to get some dried flowers or something for this vase, as again it just looks so bare. I had some autumn ones in there and then Christmassy ones, but haven't got any kind of normal ones. So that is the living room pretty much done. I just need to vacuum everywhere, as I'm still finding flocking. Finally, one room down. I feel like that took forever. I still need to swap out the prints on the wall. They're kind of wintry ones, but I'll probably wait until we decorate now, as then I'll know what kind of style that I want in here. So the next room that I'm going to tackle is the dining room. Again, I'd cleared a lot of this on the day, but haven't actually given it a clean properly. There are a couple of chairs in here that we borrowed from friends because we didn't have enough room. And then just a few things that had ended up being dumped on the table that need clearing away. I made this just before Christmas by basically wrapping a garland around the light fitting and adding a few baubles, and I think it looked quite effective, to be honest. So now moving on to the second tree. I actually had a total of 5 this year, which I know sounds crazy. This one is quite Marmite, as it's a monochrome theme, which I know is not everyone's cup of tea. But actually I feel like it goes perfectly in the dining room with the kind of theming in here. I put the baubles into a couple of boxes. I had ideally needed to get some more of the bauble storage boxes because I'd already smashed one when I was putting them away. I then took the lights off the tree, and these are quite different ones as they're basically cascade down the tree on these wires. They're so pretty. And then loaded up a second box with a few more baubles and the table centerpiece, and now everything is away. As per most years, the tablecloth had wine spilled on it, and typically it's always red. So I'm just going to hopefully pop the tablecloth and the runner into the wash and it will come out. Then disassemble this tree in here, but thankfully this one is a lot easier to disassemble than the last one, and I didn't get covered in flocking. I do really need to get a tree bag or something for this tree. I say this every year because this box is well and truly battered, holding on for dear life, just with tape all wrapped around it. So with all of the decorations away, I could finally get on with the actual cleaning in here. Everywhere cleaned and dusted, final vacuum, and that's another room done. I'm just adding a tree back in here as this corner just felt so bare with the Christmas tree gone. I'm about halfway through now, so I've done 2 rooms, and you can see the kitchen is just crazy. So we're going to put, I was just going to basically wait till I'd done it all to put it all away, but Nick's going to put all of this away now. And then this is what I've still got to do. So I've still got to do the playroom, Arabella's bedroom, and then I've just got a tree and a couple of cushions in my bedroom. But other than that, hopefully it won't be too much longer. Oh, and the kitchen. Yeah, I completely forgot. I've got to do the put everything away in the kitchen as well. So yeah, it takes much longer than you think, doesn't it? That was a lot of boxes, but I'm glad that 2 rooms are done. And now whilst dinner is cooking, I'm just going to do the hallway, as this should be a fairly quick job. So just removing the stockings, popping them into a box, and then unwinding the garland. There's actually 2 garlands in there, so a bit of a nicer one and a more basic one, and then just added some extra like clip-on flowers. It feels so good to give things a proper polish rather than just dusting around Christmas ornaments. Now onto the playroom, which is Arabella's very own candy cane lane. It's not actually too bad in here. I've had a big clear out of this before Christmas, but still have a pile of presents in the spare room which I need to find homes for, but that will be a job for another day. So Arabella is back helping me with this one, and then I'm just starting off by removing all of the big sweet items first and placing them into a separate bag, and then followed by the baubles and the picks, which again I'm just putting into bags here and then into the storage boxes. as none of them are glass, so aren't really kind of breakable. This unit also needs a proper clean, as again I've just kind of been dusting around things quite quickly, so it feels good to get it all cleared and polished properly. That is another box done to go in the garage. I swear if I ever buy another tree, I'm definitely getting a pre-lit one, as I feel like one of the worst jobs is putting on and taking off the light. It just drives me insane. It feels so difficult and takes so long, and I was practically dizzy by the time I got these ones off. So unfortunately, as you can see, it's another flock tree, which I do love, but this one isn't as wide and difficult to put away as the other one. But the flock bits seem to get, I mean, look at me, I'm just absolutely covered. They just get everywhere and seem to really stick to the kind of clothing and floor as well. So before doing anything else, I just wanted to vacuum up most of the flocking on the floor in the area. Every year I make Arabella a book advent of Christmas books, and every night we basically pick a book with that date on and read it together. It's just such a lovely tradition that we've always done, and now she's getting older, she always really looks forward to it. A lot of the books I just got from the works. I think they were like £10, and then added a couple of new ones each year. I swapped her Christmas books back out, and do need to still go through all of her other books as she has so many, and I do try and rotate them on these shelves each month just to keep it fresh. I had to go round the edges of the room with the vacuum attachment, as the flocking was even starting to actually stick to the carpet. Arabella has just created me more mess because she was meant to be helping, but instead she sat there cutting out paper. The desk area in here still needs sorting, but it's getting quite late by this point, and to be honest, I'm starting to run out of steam. So a final vacuum of the playroom, and that's the playroom pretty much done. Just a few bits to sort through and find room for. And that is me done for the evening. Most of the back boxes are now back into the garage. That is 3 rooms and the hallway completely finished. I've tidied the kitchen after dinner, but still need to take the Christmassy bits down from Arabella's room, and the Christmassy bits in here as well, but that won't take long, to be honest, so we'll probably do that in the morning. I really hope this video has been useful and motivating, and trust me, you will feel so much better when it's all down ready for 2025. So here's to 2025. Have a great new year, and I'll see you soon for lots more content. As always, thank you so much for watching. Bye.